Ever wondered what could possibly go wrong in a surgery room? Well, let's delve into a topic that's more common than you might think. Retained surgical items. Picture this. You're in surgery. The medical team is working diligently, but amid the hustle and bustle, something gets overlooked. A surgical sponge, a pair of scissors, a needle, or even a clamp could inadvertently be left behind. This isn't a result of malevolence, but rather a symptom of high-stress environments where multiple tasks are being juggled. In the thick of the operation, a count of tools and sponges may be made, but occasionally the tally doesn't add up, and an item remains unnoticed. These aren't just harmless leftovers. They can lead to severe health complications, from infections to organ damage, causing an unexpected post-op twist. These unintended souvenirs, relics of a procedure meant to heal, can have grave consequences for the patient. Imagine waking up from a successful surgery, only to find out the battle has just begun. Our story follows a patient, a grandmother like many grandmothers who love and cherish their family, who, after a routine operation, began experiencing symptoms that were far from ordinary. Persistent pain, peculiar discomfort, unexplainable fevers, an array of anomalies that seemed to have no connection to the surgery they'd undergone. Doctors were baffled. Some doctors, lacking the appropriate bedside manner, even skeptical of the patient's claims of severe pain. The patient was distraught. Days turned into weeks, and the discomfort morphed into a persistent, gnawing agony. The condition progressively worsens. A creeping fear starts to emerge. Maybe I won't get better? Maybe this is it? Maybe I don't get to see my grandchildren graduate from high school, have their first prom, go off to college. The mystery unraveled when a series of diagnostic tests revealed an intruder lurking within, a surgical sponge forgotten and left behind. This revelation was a double-edged sword, bringing both relief and a new wave of torment. Relief because the source of their suffering was finally identified. Torment because they were victims of a grave medical oversight. They had become an unwilling host to a foreign object, a silent interloper that wreaked havoc on their body and mind. It was a shocking revelation that left them in disbelief and agony. But what happens when the patient decides to fight back? Once the unwanted souvenir is discovered, the journey towards justice begins. The surgical item, an uninvited guest, is carefully removed in a procedure that feels like a bitter déjà vu. Yet this second surgery marks not the end, but a new chapter in our patient's story. Following the removal, a medical malpractice case looms large on the horizon. The battleground shifts from the operating room to the courtroom. It's a daunting journey, filled with legal jargon, sleepless nights, and a constant battle against the typical delay tactics of defense lawyers. While it's clear the medical team is at fault, the callousness of the medical defense attorneys displays itself as they argue there are no damages, because the patient is on the road to recovery after the second surgery to remove the sponge. Yet our patient is relentless, fueled by a sense of justice, a need to prevent others from enduring a similar ordeal. The courtroom echoes with their story, a tale of pain and resilience. The verdict? A victory, not just for our patient, but for anyone who's ever been a victim of retained surgical items. Their fight, though arduous, served as a beacon of hope for others facing similar situations. So, what can we learn from this tale of surgical oversight? Well, it underlines the importance of vigilance in healthcare. Retained foreign objects post-surgery are a grave issue, often leading to severe health complications. Yet, it's not just about the medical implications. It's also about the emotional trauma, the uncertainty, the fight for justice. It's about patient advocacy, standing up for one's rights. While the medical field is rife with miracles, it is not without its flaws. And sometimes, it takes the courage of one to expose these flaws and instigate change. If you have questions about a potential medical malpractice issue for you or a loved one, call Santini Law. Santini Law and its partner firms are AV preeminent rated attorneys, the highest possible rating. 888-645-3055. That's 888-645-3055.